Mayweather Promotions confirms that Rolly will rematch his opponent. There's a lot of controversy and we're going to talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Let's jump into it. Now, Mayweather Promotions fighter Rolly Romero had a fight. The guy was game. He was a mover. You know, came to box. Good one, too. And people feel different things about it. Me, I thought the fight got away from Rolly in the second half. So I had Marinez winning, as did a lot of people. I seen Charlo and, you know, just different people. Ryan Garcia has something to say, Oscar De La Hoya, etc. Nonetheless, there's a lot of controversy behind this fight. But fear not. Do not fret. Your boy Ego comes bearing news. Mayweather Promotions CEO, verified page, Leonard Ellerbe. He says, looking forward to the rematch of Rolly versus Marinez in Rolly's next fight. Let's go. Let's go. Rolly has also stated the same. This is Rolly's verified account. You know, WBA world champion, he says, 2020. And to all y'all haters, I will give him a rematch. I won the fight, hurt him multiple times. I was the aggressor and I controlled the fight. I went 6 rounds to 12 rounds with little amateur and pro experience. I started this sport 7 years ago. Now I'm a champion. The Rolly era. Congrats. Shout out to my man Rolly. Big moment, big chance to prove it. And it would seem that Rolly's attitude, his promotion's attitude towards the controversy, that should settle it. But people want to go above and beyond. Like Teofimo said, congrats to my buddy. People attacking Teofimo. And I posted, because Rolly, that's my man's. And, you know, friend of the channel. And I posted before the fight, right? I posted before the fight. I said, check out my homie Rolly, signed to Mayweather Promotions, fighting for an interim title tonight on Showtime Boxing. Let go. This boy hitting hard out here. Hashtag Rolly Showtime. Right? And I posted a clip from one of his more recent fights before the Marinez. So this was before, right? People, they mad at me because the controversy for the fight, right? D-Mac Smooth, he says, what you gotta say now, fucking clown? What? It is apparent to me some of y'all don't have father figures in your lives. So I'm just going to chill. But like I said, that should be the end of it. Rolly, he had a tough fight. Styles make fights. No matter if you had him winning or losing, he is offering the man a rematch. His promoter is saying, looking forward to the rematch of Rolly versus Marinez in Rolly's next fight. Huge moment. I can't wait. Like, bro, Rolly, listen, there's a lot of people, they're being unfair to Rolly. And I know, I get it. You know, Rolly, he has a cocky personality. But beyond that, him being attached to Mayweather, that's what this is about for a lot of people. He's on Mayweather Promotions. Some people, I'm sure they didn't even watch the fight. They didn't even watch the fight. But any excuse to jump in the mix because there's alleged, you know, all this controversy and stuff like that. You know, come on, bro. You know, look, I put and the new. I picked Rolly to win. You know, I didn't know too much about Marinez. He's cool. He can scrap. You know, but people, they sending me messages. Yeah, what do you have to say, you effing clown? You know, all this extra stuff. Stop it. Stop it. Like I said, a lot of people are being hard on Rolly, but it sounds stupid, bro. This is a guy who started boxing late. He is involved in a controversy. Like, you got to understand, see, boxing is a passionate sport, but a lot of y'all let y'all emotions overtake everything. Rolly did not score his own fight. So I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Then you have suckers waiting till after the outcome and then finding my comment or coming to my page. Oh, ego. What do you have to say for you? What? Bro, no matter what you thought, it is what it is. But we'll see. We'll see what adjustments are made in the rematch. Floyd's probably going to spend some more time with Rolly. There's some things that I liked what he was doing, but then there's some things that I think he could tweak. The corner advice, I think that deserves some tweaking, because one thing that I didn't prefer and didn't like was the corner. I don't think they kept it a buck with him, at least from my scorecard. You know what? I'm going to have to go back and watch this fight because it's created all this controversy because I didn't actually score it on paper. I scored it in my head. Usually I'm pretty good with that. And I thought leading into the final round, Rolly was going to need more or less a knockout to win, or, a couple of knockdowns or something, because I thought the guy was just, being evasive, using his mobility, using lateral movement, good 1-2, and overall boxing. But Rolly, he says he contends that I was the aggressor. I was pushing the fight. You got to understand, boxing is based on a scoring system. That's just what it is. The reason why I thought Marinez won is because effective aggression. And there were points where Rolly, his aggression wasn't effective. So I would have to give it to the more pure boxer in that matchup. But I'm going to watch it again because it's created all this controversy. But good news is his team and himself, they're saying they're down to do the rematch. So I can't wait to see. But the corner advice, I didn't prefer it because going into the final rounds, like there's just a couple things that were said. The corner said something like, Rolly asked if I was winning. He said, am I winning? And he was like, man, hell yeah, you winning. You winning. Like, and then going into the 12th round, I think that's when they said it. They said something like that he was winning and, just keep doing what you're doing. And to me, I don't think that was the right thing, because even if you had Rolly winning, I don't think he was winning by such a landslide to the point where he would let off the gas. You know what I'm saying? At best, it was a close fight. You see what I'm saying? So in a close fight, you never want to give your fighter the perception that he got to stay safe or he has it in the bag, because it wasn't that type of fight. This was not Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia, where all Errol had to do in the 12th round is not get knocked out, and he clearly won the fight. This was not like that, because this was a good gelling and meshing of styles, and their styles created conflict for the other person. The dude, I think, felt Rolly's power. He has some theatrics and showboating and stuff, but I know he felt that power, because there were some moments where it froze up his offense and he would just move and box and stuff, which is what I would expect for an amateur. But then there were some moments where the guy's movement created complications for Rolly too, and it made his aggression not effective in those moments. So I'm going to rewatch it because this has clearly got people talking. Rolly, some people think he underestimated his opponent going in for the kill. He thought, at the high level, I'm just going to knock everyone out. And you got to just set it up. So I can't wait for the rematch, man. I can't wait for the rematch. And, all the people putting sucker shit and like saying this and that, stop it. That's still my man. Rolly's still my man. He's young. He could keep learning. He's a champion now. So he has an opportunity to prove himself or, settle the record. So it's not even that serious to me. I can't wait. I'm definitely checking for the rematch. I want to see what type of micro adjustments or real-time adjustments Rolly makes as a fighter. And I want to see what Marinez builds and brings to the table. Because if Rolly goes out there and knocks him out in a rematch, then what are y'all going to say? Oh, but the first one, just like they did with Ward Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? Some people said that Ward lost and this and that. And then when Kovalev had a second chance, a do-over, and Kovalev could have just duplicated what he had already done, Kovalev instead got knocked out by Andre Ward. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see this rematch. And, I think a lot of people are just being excessively hard on Rolly. And one, he didn't score the fight. Two, I think a lot of that energy is because he's a Mayweather fighter. And they look at it. People didn't get the luxury of seeing Floyd Mayweather lose in the pro game. in the pro game. So, you know, they'll settle for the consolation prize, like his fighters lose. They want Gervonta to lose, stuff like that. And this is coming from someone who's giving you objective commentary. Again, I'll watch it again. I had the Marinez dude beating Rolly by outboxing him. I thought in the first, but see, this is why I said people aren't being fair, because the first half of the fight, it wasn't as one-sided as some people are making it out to be. I thought that there were some swing rounds, you know, in the beginning of it, but after round 5 or 6, Rolly, you know, he kind of lost his way, and I think the Marinez dude was looking cool. But then there was around 8 or 9 or something. That's why I got to watch it again. Around 8 or 9, Rolly got super aggressive, and it was working. You see what I'm saying? So you have to look at judging is the perception of the person. So some people, I'm not saying this is right, but some people look at the aggression and they see a guy fleeing and stuff and non-committal. That's how some people score. But me, I know how to score, I believe. And I had Marinez winning because there were spots where Rolly's aggression wasn't effective. I think Rolly, to bridge that gap, he should have jabbed his way in. You are the shorter man with shorter arms, and the other dude had long arms and was mover. You know, he was a mover, and he was hitting the 1-2, and he had a good jab. So you should have had a jab contest, and that would have set up the combinations. And then when Rolly got on the inside, like, he should have been like Sean Porter. That's what I think he should have did, and not smother his work. There was time. Rolly's, like I said, he's young, so he's still developing. There's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. But be like Sean Porter, and when you in their chest, start getting your work off and ripping to the body and just break them down. I think more body work, more jabbing, stuff like that. There were also some times where Rolly was allowing Marinez to like lean on him and like kind of push his head down and stuff like that and control his head positioning. I think Rolly has to figure a way where his head is not being controlled, where his head is not being controlled by his opponent, because he can't, you know, he's out of position. And then there's a couple other things like loading up, telegraphing. You got to mix it up at the elite level. This guy has probably seen various styles from being an amateur. I think they said he had 300 amateur fights or something like that. So he's seen and dealt with punchers and different people like that. So you just got to switch up the cadence and, you know, come in slightly different, you know, change angles, change levels, switch up the tempo, the speed, do something unexpected, you know, just little stuff like that. But it wasn't all what people are trying to make it out to be. People are just trying to bash Rolly. Like I said, he's a Mayweather guy, blah, blah, blah. One, why bash him when this was his first opportunity? He took it. So he took the opportunity. 2, he didn't create the scorecards. 3, he and his promotion already said they'll give the dude a rematch. Then we don't have to argue. There ain't no back and forth and, oh, you're making excuses. I'm not making excuses. I told you what I felt about the fight in this video and my other videos about it, you know. But there was also some good work that he was doing. And that's what leads me to believe that some of you, they want to come on my channel and they want to come to my Instagram and stuff and tell me, and they didn't even watch the fight. I watched the fight to have an opinion. So make sure you guys watch the fight. But Rolly was doing some things in there that was working, right? And another thing, just little things you got to give credit for, is that Rolly, he's a fighter that was fighting 6 rounders, if I'm not mistaken. 6 rounders, right? And all of a sudden, for a title fight, he graduated to a 12 rounder. And he's a knockout artist who's been putting people away. So you got to give Rolando Romero credit, being age 24 and skipping up. Like, most fighters, when they turn, even if the hot prospects, like let's say Shakur Stevenson or whoever, he's a hot prospect out of the Olympics, and then you start off with a 4-rounder or a 6-rounder, then you go to 8. This man went from knocking people out, and it's not even going that many rounds, and he was scheduled for 6 rounds, all the way to double that, And Larry Wade, shout out to my guy Larry Wade, must have had Rolly in phenomenal shape, and Rolando must have been putting all the work in, you know, because he did the 12 rounds and he was cool. Look, oh, so he's fighting an 8-rounder. Look, pulled it right up. He fought one 8-rounder and then a bunch of 6-rounders that didn't even go 6 rounds because he was knocking people out. Look, 4-rounders and 6-rounders. So that in itself is an accomplishment. You could develop as a fighter as time goes on. The man went from one 8-rounder. This matters, people, if you actually know boxing. He went from mostly 4, 6, and one 8-rounder to 12 rounds against somebody who was outboxing him, never fully was out of the fight or discouraged. He was still dangerous. He was still the aggressor, and he was in shape to do it. You know what I'm saying? He was in shape to do it. You got to give credit to stuff like that. But people, you know, a lot of people want to hate, and they see the Mayweather connection and stuff. They want to hate and all that stuff. I'm here to talk real boxing. So if you ever want to talk real boxing, this is the channel for that. Damn, Errol looked kind of big next to him. Okay. But like I said, I'm going to watch the fight again. I thought the dude was doing a good job outboxing him. That's it. No more, no less. Rolly had to shorten up his shots. And guys like that move, when you finally have them cornered, then you got to just work and just release and work. And I like Rolly has a lot you could build on. You know, he's like an unrefined Maidana. Before Maidana got with Robert Garcia. So you got to know your boxing to know what I'm talking about. Before Maidana got with Robert Garcia. And he just has to build on that. Because truth be told, when Marcos Maidana fought Devin Alexander, he looked horrible. He looked horrible. And guess what? Similar circumstance. He was in there with a southpaw mover and boxer. And styles make fights. Styles make fights, people. Jackson Marinez, he can scrap. He's good. He's from the DR. He's 5'10", so he's taller. He's orthodox, and he was moving and stuff, you know. So it created complications. But they said he had a bunch of fights. I don't know. I heard he had like 300 amateur fights. I don't know what that was. But man, I can't wait. I want to see this rematch. I need to see the adjustments. You're assigned to Floyd Mayweather, who's the master of adjustments. I can't wait to see what Rolly has to do. He's going to have to close that, cut off the ring better and do stuff like that. But, you know, people got to be fair, man. You know, a lot of people are just going ham and using this as any excuse to taunt Rolly. And like I said, I'm realistic. I know Rolly does the live streams and, you know, comes across as cocky to people. So they want to see you lose. You know, it happens to Conor McGregor, Floyd, they Broner. They want to see people like that lose. So Rolly got to work hard and prove people wrong. But all is not lost. Like I said, the man went from why you got him Ryan looking like that? I guess you're wondering how I got here. You know, that looked like the beginning of a BET movie or whatever. So he could just build from where he left off. Like I said, I was impressed with the fact that his conditioning even held up because he's used to being in 4 6-rounders and 1 8-rounder, right? That didn't go 8 rounds, FYI, like I just showed you, because he was knocking everybody out. So he just has to build from it and correct whatever mistakes him and his team felt they made. Maybe bring in an additional set of eyes or give Floyd. Look, so his scheduled 8-rounder went 2 rounds. Told you. You know, people, this is why Teofimo stood up for Rolly, because a lot of people are just doing all this extra. Like the dude said this to me. What you got to say now, you effing clown, because I picked Rolly. Oh, well, I'll probably pick her for the rematch, too. Deal with it. Tough titty. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you love what I'm doing, smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego. Signing off. What up, Fight World? It's your boy, Ego. And I'm back with some more sports. Get unlimited access to premium content with an ESPN Plus subscription. ESPN Plus offers a variety of content, including specials, behind the scenes, docuseries like Bruce Lee's Be Water, and much more. With an ESPN Plus subscription, you get access to a ton of classic archive fights and replays from boxing and the UFC. Big names like, "Hi, I'm Mike Tyson. Come and watch my fight." Floyd Mayweather, "Easy work. I'm rich." And Manny Pacquiao, "Yes, it's up to my promoter. Just to name a few. If that's not enough, you could get the ESPN bundle, which includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All 3 apps, one low price. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you guys click that link in the description box of all of my videos. Ego, signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.